Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be lovability and liability. Think about that for a minute. If you like the content, please subscribe. And remember, if you want to have a one-on-one session with me, drop an email at narcdailyvideos@gmail.com. Link in the description below, or my email is in the description below. Or you get my point, you'll find it. So the point is this: you were in a narcissistic relationship. And in the beginning stages of that, whether it was a friendship, business, lover, acquaintance, whomever it was, you could even say brother, sister to a point until you understand what's going on. There is a period of time which is when you can do no wrong. Everything's just puppies and unicorns. It's great. We call it the love bomb stage, but this video is not about the love bomb stage. It's just about lovability. See, you can do no wrong in the narcissist's eyes. Remember, let's take a romantic relationship, for example. Let's say that the narcissist is love bombing you and everything you say is just so perfect and these thoughts are so original and thought-provoking, and my goodness, I can't believe how amazing you are and how come nobody has scooped you up yet. All of this stuff that we've experienced during the love bomb stage, this is when everything, you're lovable. You can do no wrong. The narcissist wants you to meet the family members, the friends, the extended friends, travel the globe. They want to shower you with attention, gifts, their time. You're the most important thing on the planet to them. And you believe this because you don't know anything about narcissism. You don't have the education or are not awakened or aware. But remember, this period of time, and I'm not specifically referring to the love bomb stage. I'm just referring to the overall, how you're feeling, like everything. You go from like the flavor of the month, but maybe it lasts for 5 months, and you're like, my goodness, this is just unbelievable. Same thing in the workplace. You're the new kid on the job, and you're really talented, and everyone knows it, and you're loving the job, and the boss recognizes this, or your coworkers recognize it, or whatever, and they're like, wow, you're really good. Like, hey, can you take more of my workload over? And you're like, sure, no problem, I can do it. It's easy, because you're trying to get along and just make the workflow smooth, because you know you don't make many mistakes, if mistakes at all. And you're consistent, you double check your work, you're really good at your job. And the other person who turns out to be a narcissist is like, payday. All I have to do is butter them up, ask them to do some of my job, or increase their workload and say the boss told me to give it to them, things like this. And they won't question it because they're gonna do it because they're new on the job. And boom, boom, and you think it's lovable. You think everything's great. I know you're working more, but you're hoping to get recognized for your work. Doesn't happen, does it? We'll jump into that later. Same thing with friendships. You know, you just met some new friends, and there's this one friend who just can't get enough of you. Maybe they start changing the way they look, they talk, they dress, they appear. All the things they like mysteriously are the same things that you like. And you feel like you're in one of those movies from the 1980s. This person is like, basically wants to be you. And you're like, wow, I really am special here, aren't I? You are special, and you're beautiful, and you're loved. But this lovable versus liable is what I'm explaining. It's not really how it shakes out. Because in all three of these examples and many other examples, you go from feeling on top of the world that you're just absolutely crushing it and people really love you, respect you, and it's a euphoric sensation. It's absolutely amazing, it really is, especially when you're getting showered with adoration and attention and you're believing it. Now, yes, there is ego involved here, so maybe you should have listened to your spider senses and went, whoa, something's not right here. But we're human beings. We make this mistake until we get the education on narcissism. And my hope is with my channel and many others, you are getting this, and you're certainly applying it to your life. Having said all these things, lovable versus liability, or lovability versus liability. When the lovable part of this relationship is going on, slowly you see cracks in the armor. You see things that don't quite add up, but you give the narcissist free passes. You're like, oh, they're having a bad day, or it's not such a big deal, or I can do that work, or so what, they're late 3 hours. Every time I try and contact them for a coffee, they're always late. No big deal, it's fine. But then you realize, wait, something isn't quite right here. And you're starting to put the pieces of the puzzle together because you see the mask slipping more and more. And you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, I don't know what this is. I don't quite get it. We'll jump into that more in a moment. After the relationship ends in any capacity, let's say you figured out that they are a narcissist, or you moved on, or you quit the job, or you broke off the relationship, or the friendship just fizzled out, whatever it was, before that happened, you go to being a liability, which means the narcissist has already taken all of their supply from you. They've already extinguished most of your beautiful attributes, which include your money, your health, your looks, your time, your empathy, your love, your passion, your drive, your identity. All of these things happen. And then all of a sudden, you are not the flavor of the month. You're not lovable. You're getting no attention. You're not being smothered with affection or time or love or anything. Remember, that was all fake anyway, coming from the narcissist, because the narcissist can't love and they have no empathy. But all of a sudden, you're a liability. You're not being invited to those parties. You're not being invited to the after-hour happy hours, wherever they are with work. If people still do those, I don't know. But the whole thing is, you're not the flavor of the month, and you went to being a liability now, even though you gave of yourself to a fault. You gave everything you possibly had. And it's almost as if when you reach this point, you're like, what is this? I've worked overtime for 4 months straight, including holidays. I missed my birthday, and I haven't gotten that pay raise. And the company's making 32% more profit now. Like, what is going on here? I don't get it. See what's happening there? What's happening there is you were unfortunately being used, and you were certainly being manipulated, and you were certainly doing the work of probably 1 or 2 additional people. And the company knew this, certainly your boss knew it, and they wanted to take advantage of you. They wanted to dangle that carrot in front of you and keep you spinning on the hamster wheel, working for a promotion or corner office that would never come to fruition. That's what happened. In the romantic relationship, you're not lovable anymore because, number one, the person you fell in love with, if they were a narcissist, they can't love. And once they got everything out of you, and or once the wedding bells rang, that gave them the green light to now abuse you, use you, manipulate you, crush you, keep you again with that carrot dangling in front of you, spinning on the hamster wheel, waiting and hoping to get back to the love bomb stage or the lovability stage for this video. Of course, we know that doesn't happen. So the narcissist slowly bleeds you. Each and every day, they slowly devalue you. They slowly gaslight you. They slowly steal your identity, your self-worth, your progress, your growth, your expectations, your dreams, your hopes, your time, your money, your love, your energy, your circle of friends, your job, your career, your commitment. You find yourself many times a shell of yourself when you're in the narcissistic relationship, specifically romantic, because you don't know what the heck is going on. How could this person that I married and or became a significant other to me, how could they not respect the discussions we had before we got married or before we became serious or moved in? It's almost as if once you moved in together, let's say you didn't get married, you just moved in together. It's almost as if once you moved in together, things changed. All of a sudden the 50-50 part, like you get 50%, I get 50, or you pay 50, I pay 50, that suddenly all of a sudden becomes like 70-30 almost overnight. Because maybe the narcissist isn't working. Maybe they're claiming hardships, they have no money. They need to lean on you now. When you really look back in time to the liability part of this video, that was all a setup. It was all just to get you closer to them so they could steal your energy, your passion, your drive, commitment, dedication, devotion, resilience, and efforts. So they had to do nothing. Maybe they just sat on the couch and claimed that they were looking for jobs the whole day when actually they were eating bonbons, eating ice cream, and watching reruns of I Love Lucy or whatever they do. I don't know. But I'm saying that once you move in with them or once you got married with them, I can assure you things changed virtually overnight. And it wasn't the person you fell in love with. This is a totally different person, the person that began the devaluation stage immediately. But for this video, I'm calling it the liability stage. When this happens, it's almost as if you can do no right. And you keep on asking yourself, is it me? Am I right? Did I just see that? Is that true? Did that person just throw a rage fit on me? Did they just blame me for them not getting a promotion? Did they just blame me for not driving 45 minutes out of my way to help them fix a flat tire when in fact they got the flat tire at a gas station and the gas station attendant could easily fix it for them for $5? Did this person actually just call me all those nasty, mean names and say that hypothetically my mother said such and such thing about me when in fact my mother loves me? Do you get my point? I'm sure you heard that one before. This is a famous line. Your mom told me there was something wrong about you, or your mom told me I should have never married you. My God, I should do a whole series on these things that the narcissist says. But each and every time the narcissist says these things, these insidious, disgusting one-liners, they're meant to poke you, to break your boundaries, to have you lose your self-control, to have you self-doubt yourself, to steal your identity. And for this video, like I said, it's the liability stage. It's when you can't do anything right, when in fact you are doing everything to the best of your ability to keep the relationship glued together, piece by piece, you know it's falling apart, but you're doing your best. It's like you're juggling, you're in the circus and you're juggling these bowling pins. You started off with 2, okay, that's fine, I can juggle you and myself. And now there's 3, because you're being triangulated. Now there's 4, because you're being triangulated again. Now there's 5, because there's a new person in the picture, I don't even know who that is. Next thing you know, you're juggling like 30 of these bowling pins, and yet you're doing it. Why are you doing it? Because you can. And because you want to, and because you believe that you will get back to the love bomb stage and or this person will work on the relationship with you. They won't, it will never happen. And they knew this the whole time. You see, while you're juggling those bowling pins and trying to put the relationship, trying to keep it together piece by piece, they are literally trying to dismantle it. They're trying their best to crush you. Why? Because that makes them feel more empowered, and it lessens you. It also brings them high up on the pedestal and keeps you way down below them. And it also gives them supplies so they believe, wow, I really have control over this one. You know what? He just paid every bill in the world for the last 5 years. He took us on every vacation. He bought all the clothes. He took the kids to school, bought the food, did the laundry, paid the bills, did everything. But you know what? I'm going to give him another task. That's what they think. While they're out gallivanting, getting new sources of supply, globetrotting around the world, doing whatever they do. Don't know, don't care. But my point is, the lovability stage and the liability stage are extreme polar opposites. Just like the narcissist. Remember, the narcissist sees things in black and white, good and bad, evil and good, however you want to say it. And it's the same thing with any narcissistic relationship. It starts off in the lovability stage and it ends up in the liability stage. It's only until a matter of time passes, when you've healed, you put the narcissist way in your past and you've moved forward, and maybe you fell in love again, maybe you got married again, maybe you moved cities, towns, countries, whatever. The whole point is, it's only then that at times, and my hope is this doesn't happen to you, but at times the narcissist tries to hoover. And they try to get you back because, wow, why would they do that, Andrew? I don't get it. 5 years has passed. Well, I haven't heard from them in forever. I blocked them. I moved all the way across the country. Why would they do that now? Pretty simple. Because their sources of supply crapped out. They ran dry. And they're trying to go back to old sources of supply, which in this case is you, because they're lazy and they want to recycle sources of supply. But what they didn't count on is you getting the education, becoming empowered, awakened, aware, resilient, strong, determined, committed, and driven. And that's why you're on the channel, and that's why you're actually crushing it right now. That's my hope. But again, before I close the video out, lovability versus liability, it's really frustrating when you go from, let's say, believing you're in a healthy, stable relationship in any capacity, and you give your all because you believe it's reciprocal, and you find out it's not. The whole time you're being smeared, the whole time you're being devalued, the whole time you're being crushed, but you kept on working for the relationship because you believed that's what you're supposed to do. You're not. Once you get the education on my channel and many others, you don't do that. You don't tolerate it because now you have boundaries, you've grown, you've become awakened, educated, aware, and certainly resilient. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true. Stay on the path. Continue to become educated, awakened, aware. Continue to move forward each and every day. Stay blessed, stay authentic, and stay yourself. I love you more than words can say. Have a great evening. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And remember, the lovability stage to the liability stage, I really believe if you think of all your relationships in your life, there's no other relationship like it other than that narcissistic relationship. Absolutely cruel and brutal, but we are moving forward. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.